Judges chapter 14. Samson went down to Timnah. There in Timnah a woman caught his eye, a Philistine girl. He came back and he told his father and mother, "I saw a woman in Timnah, a Philistine girl. Get her for me as my wife." His parents said to him, "Isn't there a woman among the girls in the neighborhood of our people? Do you have to go get a wife from the uncircumcised Philistines?" But Samson said to his father, "Get her for me. She's the one I want. She's the right one." His father and mother had no idea that God was behind this, that he was arranging an opportunity against the Philistines. At the time, the Philistines lorded it over Israel. Samson went down to Timnah with his father and mother. When he got to the vineyards of Timnah, a young lion came at him roaring. The Spirit of God came on him powerfully, and he ripped it open barehanded like tearing a young goat. But he didn't tell his parents what he had done. Then he went on down and spoke to the woman. In Samson's eyes, she was the one. Some days later, when he came back to get her, he made a little detour to look at what was left of the lion. And there, a wonder, a swarm of bees in the lion's carcass and honey. He scooped it up in his hands and kept going, eating as he went. He rejoined his father and mother and gave some to them, and they ate. But he didn't tell them that he'd scooped out the honey from the lion's carcass. His father went on down to make arrangements with the woman while Samson prepared a feast there. That's what the young men did in those days. Because the people were wary of him, they arranged for 30 friends to mingle with him. Samson said to them, "Let me put a riddle to you. If you can figure it out during the 7 days of the feast, I'll give you 30 linen garments and 30 changes of fine clothing. But if you can't figure it out, then you'll have to give me 30 linen garments and 30 changes of fine clothing." They said, "Put your riddle. Let's hear it." So he said, "From the eater came something to eat. From the strong came something sweet." They couldn't figure it out. After 3 days, they were still stumped. On the 4th day, they said to Samson's bride, "Worm the answer out of your husband, or we'll burn you in your father's household. Have you invited us here to bankrupt us?" So Samson's bride turned on the tears, saying to him, "You hate me. You don't love me. You've told a riddle to my people, but you won't even tell me the answer." He said, "I haven't told my own parents. Why would I tell you?" But she turned on the tears all the 7 days of the feast. On the 7th day, worn out by her nagging, he told her. And then she went and told it to her people. The men of the town came to him on the 7th day, just before sunset, and said, "What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion?" And Samson said, "If you hadn't plowed with my heifer, you wouldn't have found out my riddle." And then the Spirit of God came powerfully on him. He went down to Ashkelon and killed 30 of their men, stripped them, and gave their clothing to those who had solved the riddle. Stalking out, smoking with anger, he went home to his father's house. Samson's bride became the wife of the best man at his wedding.